It's the GQ Game Show, where we quiz celebrities on the films they were in and make them answer, was I in this? First up, a man with character credits such as Buddy, Bobby, and Burgundy, Will Ferrell. Next up is a talent with credits such as Richie, Richmond, and Mitch, Luke Wilson. They'll be quizzed on quotes, screenshots, and reviews. 3 films for each round with difficult to easy questions. It's time to play Was I in This?
You're already gonna get weird with me, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Can I take that light home with me? Ooh, quotes.
The following are quotes from movies you may have been in. What movie is Robert Pattinson quoting in this audio clip?
Hey, lady in the red hat.
Okay, I got that one.
I was in this.
Both of us.
I was in this.
Both of us, right? Isn't
yeah,
that a reference to
Yeah, you're right.
to you
We
talking
were
to
in
Snoop?
this.
My name's Luke, by the way. Are you okay?
I thought that was you.
No, I might be wrong about that.
Wait.
Time's up. The answer is Anchorman.
Ron Burgundy. But
Okay.
we were in that.
Together, yeah, but it's I would call it your movie.
Hey, lady in the red hat. Yeah.
There was also that he did say to Snoop Dogg in this movie, Old School, "Hey, I like your green hat."
No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm cool. Bring your green hat.
Yeah. So
So-
a couple hat references.
This is kind of, we're now seeing a pattern. That fight scene we did with everyone where, Ben Stiller was from Telemundo and Vince Vaughn was there. And
Remember how hot it was that day? Terribly hot.
yeah, we were downtown LA.
like 100
And Tim
degrees.
Robbins was from PBS. But it was a fun day. It was warm.
2 units going.
That's always cool.
Yeah. And that whole monologue I'm delivering about, I'm kind of a big deal. I have books, rare leather books.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
That scene we shot until the sun literally came up. On my coverage where you can see the sky is literally blue, as it's like 6 a.m.
You got a good memory. I'm not feeling good about me in this game. I'm like, really? Don't waste your time on girls with hats. They tend to be very proper. You know the way Bob Dylan says he doesn't go back and listen to his albums? It's kind of how I feel about my films. So I feel that I'm going to be struggling through this game. Where this
think you're
guy
gonna be better.
has perfect recollection of just about every line.
No, I don't know. I'd like to be pimps from Oakland or cowboys from Arizona, but it's not Halloween. Grow up, Peter Pan, Count Chocula. Well, it's definitely...
Luke, please read the prompt.
Yes, of course I can. This is how they torture some people in some nations with
is
this game.
No, this is...
Would you please read this one?
This is taken from the Guantanamo Bay Handbook.
You know, they say we only use 10% of our brains. I think we only use 10% of our hearts. Okay, got it.
He
It's
was in this.
Wedding Crashers.
You know how they say we only use 10% of our brains?
But he was in it. Yeah.
Mom, meatloaf. I did say.
I did say that. That's a classic.
Hey, Ma! Can we get some meatloaf?
Do you know what's funny about that scene? With your brother,
Yeah.
Owen Wilson.
Right. You remember him, don't you?
Well, I never forget Owen.
He's my brother. How could I forget him? I'm pretty sure, my middle brother.
A lot of that stuff was improvised about the meatloaf and everything like that.
Right.
But I got so mesmerized, because I haven't worked with Owen that much. If you watch that scene, I start speaking like him.
God damn it. Why didn't you say so? Come here, brother. Give me a hug.
I got wrapped up in the cadence of the way your brother kind of has a certain cadence to the way
I
he
think
speaks.
I can identify with that, too. You guys did a funny scene in Starsky and Hutch. You guys specialize in just these little one-sceners.
That's it. That's all I
that's
get.
it.
That's enough with them.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend most of my real estate with this guy.
Here is an audio clip from one of your movies, but played backwards.
That's definitely played on a loop to torture prisoners.
Golly.
He was in this Wendell Baker story. Okay. Well, I was in it too.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, okay.
But I do think that's how you win this game. You just go for
Just
it.
say it. I think we're just gonna have to be secretly in love with each other and leave it at that. Home fries.
I know this one.
Oh.
That's the Royal Tenenbaums.
Say the phrase, please.
The phrase? Excuse me, I was in this. Sweet Jesus, he's relentless.
He's tough. He's a tough taskmaster. I told you this is not gonna be fun.
Say the
You gotta
phrase.
say it right there.
I was in this.
And what was it?
It was the Royal Tenenbaums.
I think we're just gonna have to be secretly in love with each other and leave it at that, Richie.
I came to the Royal Tenenbaum set because the same hair people on the Tenenbaums were the Zoolander hair people, and I had to get my Zoolander hair retouched up.
Right.
And then I see Luke hitching up his pants, walking over to set. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to set. I'm not even working today. I just want to. Gene Hackman may leave the movie, but he didn't.
He didn't.
Yeah,
He didn't. He was great. He would just, sometimes he, had a bad temper at times. But great. Probably my favorite actor.
I briefly met him, and he asked me if I was in the picture.
Right.
Are you doing something in the picture?
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm not. He was very intimidating.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
One day I was on that set sitting there and
Okay, they're done. They're done with this.
it wasn't a
Okay,
great
that's the end of
story.
round one. Oh, that's just round one.
Were you gonna say something?
No. Oh,
Thank
there
you.
it is.
Thanks very much. You want? What do you want? Some of this? I just needed a boost.
Did you just summon that?
Yeah.
A nice coffee? Is it a bus?
Melinda and Melinda.
Oh, it's, I was in this. It is the movie Elf, the mailroom.
Oh, okay.
Waiting for my coffee.
I love syrup. Oh, I love it.
I don't remember anything. I was hammered.
Oh,
Yeah. Are you good?
yeah, but didn't didn't you just tell me a story about you were supposed to do something else and then it didn't happen and you were doing Elf and you said you were just sitting in your trailer, a little cubicle in New York with this outfit on, thinking like, what happened? How did this happen? Not knowing
could be it.
Not knowing that it was a classic.
This could be it. In my little yellow tights with
Right.
my elf hat on.
Right.
I had no idea.
Old school. Right.
We were in this.
We were in this.
Old school. That's the kid's birthday party
Right.
trank scene.
That's the most powerful trank gun on the market. Huh. Got her in Mexico. Cool. Yeah, it is cool. They say it could puncture the skin of a rhino from 100.
Did you do your own stunt falling in the pool there?
Yeah, and also the double crush the kid, the stunt kid.
Oh.
Oh, no. I shoved the kid out of the way.
Right.
Because I just remember saying, can I shove that kid? And the kid was like, yeah, I'm a stunt kid. Like he was excited to be shoved to the ground.
This is what I do.
Yeah,
he was probably the great-great-grandson of Buddy Joe Hooker.
Probably was.
Little Tony Hooker.
He was probably a 47-year-old man. Was that a gong?
We were in this.
We were in this.
Okay, now I got it.
Now do you got the premise of the game?
Yeah, okay. I do. Step Brothers. Excuse me. He was in this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You got out of the gate a little too early.
It's the coffee.
Oh, I was in this. Wait. I was about to say I was in this. The other guys.
Shots fired! Hey, Terry, I did my first desk pop.
Had a great time working with Mark Wahlberg. We were lucky enough to get Samuel Jackson and Dwayne Johnson to be the hotshot cops who decide to jump off a roof. And we're the guys who replaced them.
Great start.
Big fake
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Sam's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Very obscure shot.
It looks like it's out of focus.
And also, this looks like it came from a photo mat. Has to be a Will movie. He was in this. I don't know what it was, though.
I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We were in this. The Hawk.
We
were in this.
We are in this.
The Hawk.
The Hawk. Oh, that's when you were patting my belly fat.
I don't know where you've been, but you ain't missed any meals.
Right. Remember in the Delta Lounge?
Yes.
I was going to LAX early one morning, and this gentleman said, "Would you like to see the new Delta Lounge?" And I said, "Do they have coffee?" And he said, "Yeah, they have coffee. They have a whole buffet." And I said, "Great, let's do it." And he leads me in there. And before I know it, this big guy has jumped up from a seat in front of me, and he's so close and big, all I see is chest. And he starts jabbing me in my love handle, saying, "Who are you? You look like a big deal. What's your name? Who are you? I gotta know who you are." And I crane my head back, and then I just see a mask and a hat. So then I have to get an elbow up and kind of get back, and he's still jabbing me in my love handles, and it was Will. It was Will. And he manhandled me there in the Delta Lounge, which then when we were doing this scene, I said, "Remember that day at the Delta Lounge?" And Will said, "You should do that to me here." I see why he did it to me. There was something really fun about it.
And I just remember how mean Golden is to Lonnie. Good classic bullying.
Will did a great thing there where somehow in between setups we'd started talking about, Will kind of starts to stutter because he gets uncomfortable. And I said, maybe I should say something like, "Yeah, you're stuttering." He says, "No, I'm not yet." I said, "Yeah, you sound like a broken rainbird sprinkler." And then Will, in the scene, imitated a rainbird sprinkler.
Did I stutter?
Yeah, you've been stuttering. You sound like a broken rainbird sprinkler. You're like, blip, 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 blip.
No, that would be
Which then made me have to just leave the scene because I forgot all the rest of the dialogue. I just said, "Good to see you, Hawk." And I walked off. Okay, maybe they can cut it together. But it was such a great imitation. And you guys are going to cut this together, right? It's not good.
I wouldn't. Just run it. Okay. This is a review. Sometimes I think I'm living in a nightmare. All about me, standards are collapsing, manners are evaporating. People show no respect for themselves. I am not a moralist nut. I am proud of the X-rated movie I once wrote.
I know.
I like vulgarity if it's funny or serves a purpose. But what is going on here?
I know who wrote that.
I was in this movie. Step Brothers, written by Roger Ebert.
Oh.
Oh, we loved it. Because it continues to say, please don't watch this movie.
Oh, gosh.
Please don't buy it on DVD. Please don't support this type of filmmaking.
And he could be so great sometimes.
But he hated it. So he
Funny.
said, this is a sign of the fall of Western civilization.
This is about Step Brothers?
Yes.
Why are you so sweaty?
I was watching Cops.
We had had enough good reviews to where when you get a bad
Oh,
one like
it's
that,
great.
you can just like,
That was like
Thank you.
that was like with Old School, where it did well in the States, and then Will and I did a press tour of Europe, and you've never seen a bigger flop. And we sounded like the producers. We were like, "How great is this? We've had a movie do great, and we've had a flop." You know,
All
we
in the same
we would
film.
be in these interviews, and why did you go back to college when you were obviously too old for college? And what was the meaning of you living in a home with other?
yeah, that's the whole premise.
You didn't like it? I did not.
I did not find it humorous. What have you enjoyed about Hamburg? Have you seen the sights? That was our junket.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm feeling an A.O. Scott hit coming up. Starts heading nowhere after the first half hour and careens and flounders badly until it gets there. Could this be local Dallas press coming after? No, I don't know. The premise is,
5 out of 5.
okay, this is about
premise?
idiocracy. It's not about, okay? Despite the title and the implications in the ads, this is a movie about smart blondes, not dumb ones. And she is, I think...
He was in this. Legally Blonde.
Great.
Who were the other reviews from Legally Blonde as well?
And who wrote those?
Manola Dargis.
It was not Manola Dargis.
The whole film has a drab, somnambulant rhythm. Intentional or not, this is part of its genius.
Okay, that's nice.
I think it is.
It's kind of playing both sides.
Yeah, right.
An intermittently amusing and sometimes lazy satire that plays like a so-so episode of Futurama. Maybe Idiocracy? Wow, that's great. Excuse me.
By the way,
I was in this.
how prescient has that movie become? It's literally reality.
Yeah.
Huh.
It took a while.
Groundbreaker.
I told these people that you were smart, okay? So act smart.
Smart like you?
Oh, I gotta go to the time machine. I wanna go home. I don't talk like that.
Yeah, I'll never forget. It was a Wednesday. I was reading the LA Times and I saw this little tiny ad. They had released Idiocracy into 7 screens throughout the nation.
That's it.
Which doesn't give it much, I don't know if you know much about it.
Fighting chance.
It doesn't really give it a fighting chance to recoup its money.
What was your per screen average?
Yes, good question. Probably about $800.
Boy, I don't know about you, Luke, but I've had the time of my life.
You said
playing
something
this
there,
game.
little brother.
Hey, we really hope you enjoy and watch The Hawk. And tell your friends about it as well, so that we can have a second season.
So come on down.
By the way, Luke wrote this song.
This is kind of like when Elvis saw Steve Martin on stage in Las Vegas and said, "Man, you are obtuse." Obtuse, yeah.
The scores are in, and it was close. The winner is Will.
Oh, what's my prize?
Whoa, whoa.
$20?
Were we the first guys ever on this show? No, really. Okay.
I guess that's it.
I don't know. We're kind of like the John Glenn and Neil Armstrong of
this game show.
Yeah. I wish the best of
It's
luck
a
to
very
the other
comfortable
guys.
chair.
Yep.
Oh, there was Wonder Bread there. I got $20.